to
Sis Chat.
Chat.
I'm Keyon.
Carly. Now, I guess this is going to be a couple of installments because we really wanted to show who we are, the behind the scenes, and just how we're very different from each other and we're at very different parts of our life. And one of the topics that we started talking about, which is always up in conversation, I'm getting married next year. 4 months to go. And I want to have a baby as soon as possible. I've been wanting kids since I was 12 years old, since I learnt that you can create babies. Is that too late to know that?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
And basically, Keyon, she keeps saying, I'm worried, what's going to happen with the business?
I'm selfish.
And I am still thinking to myself, I'm going to be able to make this work. I can be a mother and a businesswoman. I have this ideal situation in my head. And Keyon's already been through it, haven't you?
Yeah. So I have 2 biological children and 1 stepdaughter who I call my own, and I'm just about to go through empty nest. So my 2 girls are moving out on the 10th of December. I know, it's awful. And my son is turning 18 next month. So, I've done my tour of duty. That's how I see it. I know it's awful. You'll probably go, oh, she shouldn't have had kids. I did have kids. But anyway, I see sort of another side, and look, I don't know, Carly might be totally different, but I always sort of try and be, even though I love to dream, I try and be realistic as well. And I know that having one baby, can turn your life upside down.
And I suppose that's why we're doing this as well, because I want other people's opinions, because she keeps putting it in my head. And here's my scenario. I want to be a mother. I don't want to be a full-time mother. I keep thinking I just want to be a part-time mum. I want to have help when I'm doing my business stuff, play with my baby, teach them manners, have holidays, but still have a business where I'm on the run, doing what I do, doing what I love, and just having my kids behave.
We can work on that. I can teach you how to do that, but
yeah,
it's conditioning everyone.
Yeah, I know. So,
and there's realistic, and then there's...
Am I not being realistic? That's the big question.
Well, okay, this is and I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, okay? So there's quite a few scenarios that might happen. For example, you might have your baby, and God forbid, it might not be a very happy baby, so it might cry, like you apparently were a crier, and you won't get 5 minutes. You won't get out of your pajamas. You will have to try and console this little kid.
Can't you let them cry?
Not for too long. You can let them cry but what if they're like going fucking purple in the face and stuff? You have to pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that scenario, and it's not quietening down at all, and you're the only one that's home. So you can't sort of just go, okay, kid, put it under your arm and do that.
How is it different from putting my child in daycare 5 days a week? Like, I can just have a nanny 5 days a week.
Well, if you can afford a nanny 5 days a week.
I'm going to be able to afford a nanny 5 days. See, I have to think this way.
Yeah, but again, nannies are expensive. And I know, and I'm not trying to burst, that I am the most positive person, and I think about, living your dream. But you want to have a baby next year.
Yes. So, I want to fall pregnant next year if nothing goes wrong. And I still don't see it as a problem. Everyone's
not a problem.
No. Well,
it's a beautiful thing.
No,
but
not a problem.
Can I just also say that I was a single mum, and I went and studied law whilst I had the 2 kids. So Alex was only, by the time, he was 7 months old when I became a single mum. By the time I moved down to Tasmania to start studying law, he was 1. And... he went to childcare. Jasmine went to childcare, and then she went to school and stuff like that. And then they went through the progress. But the thing that now I look back on is that I've lost a lot of that time with them, and that's something that I don't want you to do either. I'm not saying, feel guilty, because mothers, we always feel guilty about everything. Oh, I didn't spend too much time, or I didn't listen to them, or I didn't I wasn't interested in what they were telling me. I'm not interested in half the shit my kids, well, probably 90% of what my kids tell me. I'd learnt how to nod and smile And I used to do that with my parents when they'd lecture me.
I do get what you mean. I want the business just as much as the child.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out a way that it can all be incorporated into each other. And I suppose that's what we hope. We hope to have a developed enough business where you don't have to be on call every second.
Yeah.
We can help and have schedules of, when we're doing our retreats that time of year.
Yeah.
So that's our main conversation. Well, not main. That's one of the big conversations we have. And I really would love your thoughts, your ideas, your experiences. And let me know if it is possible to have.
It is. Anything's possible.
Well, I like to hear actual stories.
Yes.
I know anything's
tell
possible.
us your story. So I did it.
I know. Well, that's what I.
So,
but then you.
But I've come out the other side. But my kids, touch wood, are well adjusted. They're
Her kids are.
They're the boss.
Beyond the boss. They're the boss of her.
No, they're not. Don't say that.
Oh, okay.
They're not the boss of me. They're very confident young people, which I have. I feel very happy that I've raised them like that. They do try and cross the line with me sometimes.
So I suppose what you're telling me is you wish you spent more intimate time with your
personally,
kids.
Yes, because time flies, And then, as I was telling you before, I was chasing the dollar. I was chasing. I thought that I had to give them money, materialistic stuff. So, I just worked and worked and worked and worked.
Well, that's the other thing. I don't know if it's my generation, but I don't want my kids to be stuck to an iPad. And I don't want my kids to have materialistic things. I don't know if that's what everyone's saying now, but is it possible? Will that be possible to just have the time to play with them rather than giving them an iPad?
Yes. I think that's important. I think the problem with kids these days is that parents are we're distracted because we're not living the life we want to be living. We're searching. We spend a lot of the time on the computer, on Google, searching to fill that void within us, to try and figure out who we are. And yes, we've got these little kids that are totally dependent on us, and we're just shoving them in front of the PlayStation or the TV or whatever. And look, I did it myself. I am guilty of that. And but if I could do it all again, I wouldn't do that. For me, being a parent, you need to make that conscious decision that I am going to give this kid the teach them the life lessons, but have your life as well. They have to fit into your life. That's one thing that I see that's not happening too. There's some parents that have gone like they're freakazoids and they're raising little assholes. So I do. I'm actually writing about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks for the chat.
That's okay.
That was really good.
All right. So give Carly some tips, please, so that I'm not the only one that's bursting the bubble. But I'm not bursting it. So.
All right. We'll see you next time on Sis Chat.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.